Come in.
Hey, I was just wondering if you wanted...
Oh, yeah. Oh, right that. Oh, that's the perfect spot.
What's up?
I was planning on ordering food.
Oh, thanks, but we already made plans. Jonah's going to cook.
I make a mean spaghetti.
You can join us if you want.
I'm good. Can we talk outside for a bit?
Sure. What's up?
Look, I'm not one to beat around the bush, so I'm just gonna go ahead and ask. What exactly is going on between you and Jonah?
Well, what do you mean?
The day we met, you told me you and Jonah can't be together for 3 reasons. His girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend, and his brother. Now, 2 of those 3 things are out of the picture.
Eileen isn't out of the picture. They're still together.
Well, you sure aren't acting like it.
I don't exactly get how my relationships are any of your concern. You made it abundantly clear that this is nothing serious.
Yeah, because I wanted you to go out and discover your sexuality. Not spend the next 2 weeks at the beck and call of yet another cishet man.
He's my friend and he's going through a hard time. I'm not going to apologize for wanting to be there for him. Why am I even explaining this to you? Like, at what point in whatever this is, did you start thinking it's okay for you to have a say in who I choose to spend my time with?
Raven and Joe are at each other's throats right now.
Good morning to you too, babe. About what?
I'm not sure. They're fighting like a couple that's been together for years.
I bet it's all that pent-up sexual tension. Must not be easy living with a walking, talking cockblock.
You know it's your fault.
How is it my fault?
Take care of each other.
No wonder she's helicoptering.
Oh, no, you don't. You don't get to pin your weird-ass dynamic on me. She's been taking care of you since before she could even tolerate you. And vice versa.
Fair enough.
I am glad you have each other, though.
Can I ask an offensive question?
Do you know any other type of question?
What's the lesbian equivalent of a cock block?
Again, Jonah. Raven's not a lesbian. She's bisexual. Or, if you want, sapphic. That's an umbrella term you can always use.
Right. Sapphic.
And I don't know. I don't think there is a term for it.
Vagina block? Pussy block? Clam jammer? Sandwich stealer?
I got it. Pussy suppressy.
That's the one. Oh, God, I miss you.
I miss you too.
And your bacon's burning.
Shit.
You are an actual fire hazard.
Fuck off.
Trouble in paradise?
I bet catching on fire sounds really good right about now.
I missed you guys so much.
We missed you too.
Where's Jonah?
At Ravens, probably.
Of course. I was only gone for 2 weeks.
It's actually been a tough few weeks for him.
Is everything okay?
It's complicated, but he's doing better now.
Oh, I've got presents. Noah, I got you a couple of really cool vinyls that would be really great with your collection. Also, a poster or 2.
All right.
Rain, I grabbed pretty much everything pastel that I could find. There's also a couple of earrings in there, including some heart-shaped ones that would look so cute on you.
These do look cute.
Don't act so surprised. Go and try them on. I wasn't exactly sure what to get Jonah, so I just grabbed him a bunch of t-shirts. I don't think he needs all of them, though, so Noah, feel free to pick out your favorites.
Sorry, guys. I need to go.
You just got here.
I know. But I promise I'll make it in time for dinner.
Okay, these are actually so cute.
Let me see.
So let me get this straight. He had you competing for his attention with his sisters?
It sounds so incestual when you put it like that.
Hey, I'm just picking up what you're putting down.
Well, I can assure you it isn't anything like that.
Whatever you say, Cupcake.
He just has some stuff he needs to work out. Therapy's been really good for him. Hopefully Tresser being back won't throw that off.
One, I'm still convinced y'all made that name up to fuck with me and like, her name is Trisha or something. And two, this Trisha bitch sounds like a fucking nightmare.
You should have seen how controlling she was about us getting together in the first place.
How'd you two even meet?
It's not the best story.
Please don't tell me you were the other woman or some bullshit like that.
No! Oh my god, no. I would never.
Good. I really didn't want to stop liking you.
We met because his dad killed my dad. Well, no. Technically, we met because my younger brother Benji was part of this group that almost beat him to death as like some sort of vengeance for what his dad did. So technically we did meet because his dad killed my dad, but really because my brother almost got him killed.
Now that has to be the wildest shit that I've ever heard. And I'm a high school counselor, so you know I've heard some wild shit.
Speaking of jobs, I should probably get to mine. Thanks for listening to me.
The fuck? Can I help you?
Who are you?
I'm the person whose property you're trespassing. Who are you?
I'm guessing you're the tenant who moved in after Simon.
Still haven't answered my question.
Ezra. I'm Noah's brother-in-law. He works at the bar.
Ah, Tresser's husband.
And you are?
Kobe.
Nice to meet you.
And who is your serious-looking friend?
This is Jerry, my attorney. Is Raven around?
Raven,
What?
you're staring.
Hey, Kobe. What's up? I have to go.
Is everything okay?
I'm not sure. Kobe said to come down to the bar right now.
Did they say why?
Not really, but it sounded pretty serious.
All right, I'll come with you.
No, it's okay. They said I should get there right away, and I don't want to wait for you to finish up here and get ready. Just stay here, and I'll call you if I need you. Hey. So, I have to step out for a minute?
Okay.
I was hoping you could look after Jonah while I'm gone.
Are you fucking with me?
I know, I'm sorry. It's just that this is the first time I'm leaving him alone since Eileen left, and there's a bunch of alcohol around the house, so I just need you to make sure he doesn't drink anything.
I'm not going to babysit your 40-year-old man-child.
I'm 33, actually. And I agree with Joe. I don't need a babysitter.
I just want to make sure you're going to be all right.
Oh my god, he's going to be fine. I promise he's going to survive the next 30 minutes without your spoon feeding.
Yeah, what she said, but nicer.
Fine. Call me if you need anything.
You too. So, this is gonna be fun. Or not.
Okay, now I'm really late.
I was hoping we could spend the day together.
I know. I'm sorry, but I have band practice.
Band practice?
Bye! Love you!
Have fun!
Since when is she in a band?
Since the wedding.
Whatever keeps her busy, I guess. Like you and your little therapy thing.
You know, they're actually really good. You should come hear them play.
They play?
Yeah, they have a running gig at Raven's Bar.
Is that what we're calling it now?
I mean, it's her bar.
How Simon thought to make her manager instead of you? God, that's just beyond me. Absolutely ridiculous.
We all know she's been running it since day one.
I don't care. No matter how you spin it, that bar is better off in your hands than that deranged bitch.
Trust her.
Well, be lucky she doesn't burn it down out of spite.
You know I don't like it when you talk about her like that.
Okay, I know. I'm sorry. But you know what I mean. We're not exactly sure we can trust her, you know? She's his ex, for crying out loud. But you? You're his family. He shouldn't have taken this opportunity away from you.
It's not like it's my dream job, you know? Working at the bar isn't exactly the future I had in mind.
What does that mean?
It means I'm aiming higher than, you know, staying at the same place for the rest of my life.
You plan on leaving?
No, not anytime soon. But maybe a couple of years from now.
I didn't think that you thought that far ahead.
Yeah, it's something I've been working on in therapy.
Oh, okay. So what exactly has your therapist got you doing?
Well, for one thing, I've been looking into college applications.
You tried that?
Yeah, but it's been a couple of years. Since then, I've gained work experience.
As a bartender. I'm sorry, but I just feel like this little doctor of yours is setting you up for disappointment here. You're just not cut out for most colleges, and no amount of mixing drinks or bussing tables is gonna change that.
Well, I was good enough for some out-of-state colleges even before I took the job at Simon's, so I think...
Now you want to move states?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
2 weeks, and she's already planted these concoctions in your head that's got you believing that we're not good enough for you. I knew therapy was a mistake.
It's not about that.
Well, 2 weeks ago, you would never have thought about leaving.
I'm not thinking about leaving, okay? I'm just weighing my options, that's it. I'm not going anywhere. I promise.
Sorry I'm late.
Woohoo, Fuller. I'm impressed.
Relax, Ken. I'm like 10 minutes late.
No, it's not like that. I just didn't take you as the, how do you say, wake and bake type?
What are you talking about?
You know.
You're saying I...
Smell like weed? Yeah.
Oh my god!
Hey, it's cool. I just wasn't expecting it. Certainly not from the only girl in our entire grade to insist on not having a sip of alcohol before turning 21. Back when we were dating, you were always so anal about those types of things.
It's called being a law-abiding citizen. And we had one date 6 years ago. You need to let that go.
In my defense, it was a couple of dates.
I wouldn't exactly qualify me watching you and your bros play video games while I count the minutes until I was home as dating.
I was 18 and nervous. I was punching way above my weight, and I knew it, and you knew it too. I needed my bros for emotional support.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Mr. Johnson. How are we doing today? Your blood pressure's been fluctuating, so I'm going to have Dr. Crawford take a look at you, okay? Fantastic.
That was 6 years ago. I'm a changed man.
Hope, please make sure to page Dr. Crawford about Mr. Johnson's blood pressure.
I've matured.
Right.
Ken, you're with me today.
Can you honestly tell me you're the same person you were 6 years ago? Heck, even 6 months ago?
Happy birthday, baby.
Heyo.
Hi. Happy birthday.
Thanks. Is everything okay? Because believe me, if anyone here is making you uncomfortable...
No, everyone's been nice. Even Phineas.
Okay, that's good. It's just that you've been really distant ever since you joined the band.
Have I?
Yeah, like, when was the last time you dropped by my dorm? You used to practically live there.
Well, I have other friends now, so...
Got it. What are you doing here?
Raven. I don't think we've officially met. Ezra Williams.
Cut the bullshit, Ezra. I know who you are. I want to know what you're doing in my bar.
Okay. I guess we'll skip the pleasantries. I'm here about Simon.
What about him?
We were hoping you would answer a couple of questions.
About what? And who the fuck is that?
This is my attorney, Jerry.
Attorney? For what?
We're looking to press charges against Mr. Harris.
Over what?
Sexual assault.
What?
We have reason to believe that the defendant has taken advantage of my client's wife while she was under the influence.
This bitch has lost her mind.
We believe that's also the reason behind his abrupt departure.
I don't know what Tresser told you, but Simon didn't rape anyone. They had sex once, and it was consensual. In fact, she initiated it.
Is that what he told you?
That's what happened.
Were you there?
Were you?
Tresser told me everything 2 weeks ago.
Well, Simon told me everything the next day. A month later, she's begging me not to say anything so it doesn't get back to you.
And you expect me to believe the account of the man who's been obsessed with her for years and his teenage ex-lover over the word of my wife and partner of 10 years?
Your wife is a two-timing conniving bitch who's been toying with Simon's feelings for as long as I've known either of them.
So you're saying she had it coming?
I'm saying she wasn't raped. Simon would never do that.
You know, you were the last person I expected this from. given your history with sexual assault.
Excuse me?
You had a hard time getting people to believe you, too.
That is not the same thing.
How does that saying go? Believe all women except those accusing your friends?
He didn't do this.
You're so protective of the man who cheated on you.
Him cheating on me has nothing to do with any of this. He doesn't deserve to have his life ruined.
I love what you've done with the place. I, for one, never liked the Greenwood. Did he sign the bar to you before or after February 12th?
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
I just find it interesting. He would hand the bar to you, his ex-girlfriend whom he cheated on, and then proceed to move states just a few weeks after what you claim was consensual sex between two old friends.
What exactly are you insinuating?
Owning a fine establishment like this at 21 years old. Not too bad for a dumpster baby turned high school dropout.
Mr. Williams?
From what I've heard, you were out of a job, barely scraping by. The offer came at just the right time for you, huh?
He didn't buy my silence.
We'll let the jury decide that. I'd recommend shopping for something that shows a little less skin.
Your wife had sex with someone else. She cheated on you. And I get that you're so high on your little white picket fence fantasy to see past the bullshit she's feeding you, but that doesn't make it any less true. She fucked up. And she'd sooner throw everyone under the bus than have to deal with the consequences of her own actions. And you've clearly already made up your mind, so I'm not going to try and change it. You tell yourself what you need to tell yourself to make your relationship work. You want to keep ignoring the signs and be lulled into a false narrative that you have this perfect, can do no wrong wife that has eyes for you and only you, then that's your business. But I'm not going to just stand by and let it be at the expense of someone else's future. So if you're taking this to court, don't expect us to roll over. We may not have the money for a fancy attorney, or the system on our side for that matter, but I don't care. I don't care what it cost us. You want to fight? You better believe we're going to give it everything we've got.
Let me take you out. I'm serious. Let me prove to you that I'm not the same guy I was 6 years ago.
See, the thing is, I don't care.
Okay, you called my bluff. I just wanted to take you out.
I'm not going on a date with you, Ken.
Not a date, just two old friends hanging out, grabbing a bite. We can even grab hot dogs in that corner down 8th Avenue.
That is not still there.
Pass by it every day as I walk from home. Look, Dr. Aniston thinks I'm taking a piss right now, so I'm gonna need an answer, yes or no.
Fine. As friends?
I'll pick you up at 6?
No. None of that datesy stuff. I'll meet you there.
Yes, ma'am.
So, carry on. Oh, and Corporal, the next time you lie to me, I suggest it be a darn good one. Otherwise, well, I think you get the idea.
Raven? What are you doing?
Where's Tresser? I need to talk to her.
About what?
Dresser! Dresser, get the fuck down here!
Raven!
What's going on here?
Your husband was just at the bar. Had a really interesting conversation with him.
Let's talk in private.
Worried what Noah would think?
Raven, please.
What's going on here?
Your sister is accusing Simon of raping her.
What?
Showed up at the bar's doorstep with his attorney. They plan on taking it to court.
Dresser?
I specifically told Ezra I did not want to press charges.
So you really accuse Simon of raping you?
I didn't use those words. No.
Then what did you tell him?
I told him I was drunk when we
slept together?
I'm going to fix it, okay? Nobody's taking anyone to court.
Ezra thinks you got raped, Tresser. He's not going to stop because you asked him to.
He will.
You need to tell him the truth. That you weren't any drunker than he was. That you were the one who kissed him first.
I can't do that.
Dresser!
Are you fucking kidding me right now? This is Simon's future on the line here.
It's my future on the line, too.
That's not on Simon. You're the one who kissed him.
I told you, I'm going to fix it. But I'm not compromising my marriage with Ezra to do it.
You don't even care what happens to Simon, do you?
Of course I do.
That man gave you everything.
I know. And I'm going to make sure that nothing happens to him.
Ezra's not going to drop this.
He will if I ask him to.
Fine. Let's say he does. What happens when Simon comes to visit? Is Ezra going to be okay with him around Noah and Rain?
He's never liked the idea of Simon being around them anyway.
For fuck's sake.
You have to see how that's not the same thing.
I don't know what you want from me.
You know what? I'm done. There's no point in trying to talk sense into you. You're going to do whatever you want anyway. Even if you don't care about what this will do to Simon, you need to understand just how much false accusations hurt actual victims of sexual assault. Women have had a hard enough time getting people to believe them without someone like you throwing accusations to avoid dealing with the consequences of your own actions. How you could be so callous about all of this, with everything that's happened with Rain.
Do not bring her into this.
How are you going to look her in the eye knowing you're doing the very same thing people accused her of?
Shut up.
I can only imagine what she'll think of all this.
I said, shut up.
Or what? You're going to hit me again?
Dresser. Raven, go. Please.
Gladly.
Raven, can you calm down and talk to me?
Are you going to turn a blind eye to this too?
What?
Don't act dumb, Noah. It's part of what got us here. You can't defend her forever.
Dresser, you're going to tell Ezra the truth.
I really can't be bothered, Noah. Just drop it.
No. You can't just sweep this under the rug.
I already told you I'm going to make sure that nothing happens to Simon.
That's not enough.
Honestly, Noah, I don't care. As long as no one's getting hurt, I don't see the problem.
I don't think you're a good person.
How dare you say that to me after everything that I've done for you and your sister?
It's true. I don't know where I'd be without everything you've sacrificed for me. But Dresser, that doesn't make the bad things you've done any less bad.
The bad things that I've done? Really?
Slapping Raven. Not once, but twice. Then sleeping with Simon while he was still in a relationship with her.
So this is about Raven. I don't know if this is all because of the unresolved feelings you have for her, but...
Accusing Simon of rape so you don't have to admit you cheated.
I didn't accuse him of rape, okay? I just said that he was drunk, which he was.
But you kissed him. And you kissed him again at the bar when he was trying to leave. Not even 10, 20 minutes before you were walking down the aisle to marry someone else. I don't know who you are anymore. And I can't keep defending you. I'm done trying to.
What does that mean?
It means you can do whatever you want. Just stop expecting me to be there to hold your hand when things blow over. I can't keep blindly supporting you, especially when you do things like this.
Like I've supported you for the past 2 decades?
You're my sister, and I love you. Nothing you can do can ever change that. But I don't love the person you've become. And I've been looking the other way. But there's only so much of that I can do. And today, with this, I think I've reached my limit.
Fuck.
No, that's not for eating. Did your mom's not feed you? What's going on here?
Don't let her fool you. Come here, you little rascal.
So, I've been thinking about your situation.
What situation?
The you being a cheater situation.
You promised you wouldn't say anything.
Well, so did she. I managed to keep it in for 2 weeks. That's the best I could do.
And this Raven girl. That's a black girl's name, right?
Doesn't matter.
Yup, she is black.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right?
You never even liked her.
That doesn't mean I think she deserves what you did.
Well, I don't either.
You still did it, Simon.
And I'm paying for it.
Oh, yeah. Like roof over your head, warm meal every night. Must be insufferable.
I quit my job, moved states, literally gave her the bar.
Which I never agreed to, by the way.
Point is, I feel like I've paid my dues. I get that I fucked up with Raven, but I've made it up to her. Or at least tried to. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do to be in the clear here.
All right. Answer me this, then. Did you do all that because you felt like you owed it to Raven? Or because you wanted to run away from your feelings for Tresser?
Now, I know that's a white girl name.
Can you honestly tell me that you would have gone this far to make it up to Raven had Tresser not been in the picture? If you had cheated on her with some random person instead?
I don't understand the point of drawing up these hypotheticals. If Raven's happy, why does it matter why I did it?
Because there's a difference between being forced into doing something and actually doing it because you want to become a better version of yourself.
That part.
And I want to believe you're still the good man I know Mama raised. Especially if you're going to be living with us and spending so much time around Nevaeh.
Fair enough.
Okay, this doesn't taste half bad.
Honestly, if you found a way to fuck up spaghetti, I just wouldn't answer your calls anymore.
Yeah, right, because you're with me for my cooking skills.
Do you, not have a job?
I currently don't, no.
Shocker.
This bitch?
Yeah, she doesn't like me very much.
She doesn't need to like you, but that doesn't give her the right to talk to you like that.
It's fine.
It's not fine. Let me talk to her.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm just gonna politely ask her to back the fuck off.
Yeah, you're not going to talk to her.
I don't get it. She was really nice 2 weeks ago.
She's just being territorial. She thinks something's going on between Raven and I now that you're not here.
Even if something was to happen, that's not. She just walked in, right? She did, didn't she? Because you visibly got uncomfortable. Is she saying anything to you? Is she being rude?
She's not. Back yet. Raven's not back yet.
Nice save.
Are you done yet?
Yeah.
Then what are you still sitting here for?
What in the Mean Girls is going on in that apartment?
I was just...
Getting ready to leave.
Oh, I am gonna kick her ass.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Don't you dare hang up. Jonah Josephine Rivers. Yeah, probably for the best.
Sorry about that. You don't need someone lingering in your kitchen.
No, I do not.
Look, I'm not going to pretend not to get why you don't like me. I'm sure it's not fun watching the person you like spend so much time with someone else, especially if you think there's something going on. But over the last 2 weeks, you've put all your energy into worrying about the possibility of something happening between Raven and I, and absolutely no effort into making something happen between the two of you. And I actually think you two look good together. I have since day one, and I wouldn't want to be the one to come in the way of Raven's happiness, so I'm going to give you a word of advice. There is nothing Raven cares about more in this world than her friends. She would do anything to protect the people she loves. So, this little dance we got going on, you taking a swing at me every chance you got, it's only going to cause you two to drift further apart, and I don't think any of us want that. With Raven, it all boils down to her wanting to feel loved. She may seem high maintenance, but really, that's all it takes. So, if you're serious about her, you drop that aloof, can't bother to look up from the phone when she's talking to you act, and actually show her that you're interested. And if you're not serious, or if you know you won't be able to see past the fact that she's this close with her friends, then stop wasting her time. No more of these mixed signals. You either want to be with her or you don't. It took everything she had to leave her last relationship. She deserves better than to end up with round 2 of that.
Surprise! Oh my god.
Happy belated birthday.
But my birthday was
2 months ago, we know. And you couldn't properly celebrate it back then. And we know how seriously you take birthdays, so we figured we'd celebrate today as a sort of combined birthday with Isla.
We have this diner rented for the next hour, and then we're heading to the arcade to skate and stuff.
This is so nice. Thank you.
Don't thank us. This was all Isla. She's been planning it for weeks.
Wow. You look amazing. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna need a second.
You're always doing too much.
Right this way, m'lady.
What is this? specifically told you no datesy stuff.
Oh, you mean the bench? It was totally like that when I got here.
Sure.
Something really, really, very, really super romantic and mature must have happened before we got here.
I'm pretty sure this is considered vandalizing. It's public property. You could get a ticket.
You serious? Like, how much are we talking? Well, I don't care, because, like I said, it was like this whenever I got here, so.
Uh-huh.
And...
Oh my god.
how long has it been since you last had one of these?
Like 3 years.
Yeah, your bathroom's gonna hate you in the morning.
Oh, is this the mature talk I can look forward to all night?
It's only the best for my lady.
Go talk to her.
No, I don't think so.
That wasn't an ask. We spent a lot of time planning today. You're not gonna spend it sulking around.
But I don't...
I don't want to hear it. Go.
I just really...
I don't care. Atta girl.
Hey. Are you mad at me?
That depends. You still gonna be mean to me for no reason?
I'm sorry.
That's a good enough start.
I shouldn't have said what I said this morning. It was really rude and I didn't mean it.
It's not about what you said. I want to understand why you've been icing me out. Did I do something wrong?
No, you're perfect.
Then what is it? Let's just enjoy today, okay? Whoa. Jeez, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. Shit, now I'm the arsehole that made you cry on your birthday. Well, 55 days after your birthday, but still. Great.
Well, I'm the asshole that's ruining your actual birthday.
You're not ruining anything.
Like, you've been planning this whole thing, even though I've been so rude to you.
You've had a tough couple of months. I think it warrants the occasional cold shoulder.
Not with you. I don't know if I could have made it this past couple of months without you. And this is what you get in return?
Hey. You don't have to worry about any of that. Okay? We're good.
Birthday girls. Are we skating or what?
Come on. Let's go and look like idiots.
So, are you still with that river boy?
Noah. And no.
Really?
You don't have to sound so happy about it.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Because I'm not looking to date anyone else.
No, yeah, for sure. It's just It's too soon.
No, I'm not looking to date anyone else. Ever. Noah and I are still very much in love with each other and plan on being together. We're just taking a break while we work on ourselves. We both have some issues to deal with, so when we finally do get back together, it'll be us, but like a healthier version of us.
Sounds like you have it all planned out.
We do.
Well, he's a very lucky man to have someone like you fight for him. I hope he knows that. You walking me home? Wow, it's awful datesy of you.
I am nothing if not a gentleman. And I think you've more than proved yourself tonight. I actually had a really good time. I'm sure you're going to make some girl very happy one day. Once you finally bring yourself to settle down.
What can I say? You ruined all of the women for me.
Right.
Is it really so hard to believe?
Is that... Are you kidding me?
Come on. How old are you, Cab?
No, I think I can walk it.
Faye, it's pouring out.
Fine.
Simon, hey.
Hey.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Sorry I'm calling so late.
It's fine. What's up?
I've just had some time to think about us. And our relationship. And about who I was as a person and what kind of guy I want to be moving forward.
Okay.
And I want to apologize.
You already did.
I did, for cheating. Yeah. Not for how I was as a boyfriend. You deserved better than how I treated you. I'm sorry for every time I called you crazy or brought up your family to hold it against you. That was a really shitty thing to do. And I'm sorry for never standing up for you against Dresser. I never should have made you feel like you were coming second, especially to someone who treated you the way she did.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm not drunk.
Are you high?
No, Raven, I'm completely sober.
Cough if someone has a gun to your head.
I will hang up the phone.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to you being so vulnerable.
Yeah, that was part of the problem. It's really important to me that you know how sorry I am for the way I treated you.
I do. And I do forgive you. And it's not like I was the perfect girlfriend. We were both in the wrong. I think we just brought out the worst in each other.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think it put us on the right path, you know? Whether that means becoming better versions of ourselves or finding the people we're meant to be with.
Well, I should let you go.
Don't be a stranger, Simon.
You too.
Where am I even supposed to start looking?
Hey.
Hey.
Can we talk?
Give me a minute.
Sure. Take your time.
You were gone for some time.
Yeah, things kinda got crazy.
Want to talk about it?
Not tonight. What about you? You doing okay?
Yeah. Is Joe out there?
Yeah, she wants to talk. But I'm like so exhausted. I don't think I can handle that tonight.
You should hear her out.
Why? Did you do something?
We may have had a conversation.
You and Joe. A conversation.
Yeah, talk some sense into her.
You talking sense?
Some people call me the Sapphic Whisperer.
Oh, literally never say that ever again in your life.
The Sapphic Savior, if you were.
Okay, I'm going out there. It can't be any worse than this.
See? Driving you into her arms with just the power of my words.
So, what did you want to talk about?
I wanted to apologize for the awkwardness between us. I know I haven't made this whole coming to terms with your sexuality easy for you. If anything, I made it more confusing. I thought I was helping you by, pushing you towards going out and meeting women. And, I don't know, it felt like it blew up in my face when you spent the next 2 weeks with some guy.
But it isn't just some guy. He's one of my best friends who's dating another one of my best friends. That's it.
You're sleeping in the same bed.
That doesn't have to be sexual.
You know what I mean.
No, honestly, I don't.
You're telling me it's crazy to think something's there?
No, I understand how it looks from the outside looking in. But I also need you to trust me when I tell you nothing is.
Nothing physical.
What does that even mean?
I mean, you seem less like friends and more like two people who want to be together but never got the timing right.
I already told you, he's my best friend. Nothing else, and I'm not going to change the way I act around him.
I'm not asking you to.
Then what are you asking me to do? What do you want from me?
Called an Uber?
Should be here in 5. I can't believe you still collect these. Still think they're going to make you a millionaire one day?
I know they will.
Noah collects vinyls.
That's cool.
He never listens to them.
I never read mine. Want anything to drink?
What do you have?
Beer, and... Ooh, beer.
Sure.
So, I'm curious.
That's never good.
You said you and Noah were going through issues.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of issue does a couple with a history like yours go through? Like, if his dad killing your dad is something you could push through, what drew the line for you? Shit, that sounded a lot less assholey in my head. I didn't mean to make it sound like I'm judging you or anything.
I know people think our relationship is, or was, weird. I've seen the way everyone looks at us whenever he'd visit the hospital.
You have to admit, it's kind of freaky.
I guess.
You guess?
It's just that you guys look at Noah and see the son of a mass shooter. I just see Noah.
Well, I mean, if he makes you happy, I guess that's all that matters, right?
Right.
So that's not why you broke up.
We just had some personal issues to work through. He's going to therapy, and I'm here, talking to that one guy I went on a date with 6 years ago about them.
I did major in psychology.
Didn't you, have to retake at least half your courses?
That's besides the point. We can change the subject if you want to, but it can be real cathartic talking to an outsider about it. Okay, I guess not.
probably has more to do with me than it does with him.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
The girl he left before me told me that when Noah loves, he loves with everything he's got, and that I'm going to be the only girl in the world to him. And that's how he was with her. At least that's what it looked like from where I was standing. But then when we got together, suddenly love didn't come so easy for him, if that makes sense. He says he's having trouble because of his issues with his family and his childhood, and honestly, yeah, he's had it tough. I'm not denying that, but like, he's always had these issues, you know, nothing's really changed for him except the person he's in love with. So if it's not him, it's me, right? Like, what is it about me that makes it so hard to love?
That's gotta be the most pathetic shit I've ever heard.
Excuse me?
Look, I'm sorry. I just never would have expected this kind of bullshit to come from you. Aren't you this badass feminist social warrior person?
Feminist is fine.
This whole tying your self-worth to a man or relationship or whatever, it just doesn't sound like you at all. Or at least it doesn't sound like the version of you that I follow online.
So I'm pathetic and a fraud. Are you sure you can't still switch to psychiatry because you are doing a fantastic job?
You know I'm right.
You know what? I think it'll help if you had some perspective. Like, if you could just see the girl he liked before.
It doesn't matter.
No, she's like literally a model, as in for a living.
Faye. It doesn't matter. If he's falling short and making you feel like you're the most beautiful girl in the world to him, then he doesn't deserve you.
I'm being unfair to him. He's actually a really sweet guy.
And no one's denying that.
And he does love me. I know he does. He's not afraid to tell me that he does. I've let my insecurities get to me, and it's costing us a relationship, which isn't fair to him because he does need me.
There's a difference between wanting to feel needed and wanting to feel wanted.
Uber's here.
I'll walk you downstairs. Just give me 2 seconds.
I canceled it. Wait. We need to set some things straight.
Oh my god.
It's just that I just got out of a relationship and I'm not looking to move on, especially not with someone else.
I know, this is literally all we've been talking about.
No, I know. I need you to understand that this is going to be a one-time thing, okay? I don't want it to be something you bring up tomorrow or in a week or 6 years from now.
You have my word.
Because I recognize that getting into another relationship is the last thing I should do right now. But I just need to, let my frustrations out. I'm sorry if that makes it sound like I'm using you, but I'll feel better if you understand that before we do anything.
No, yeah, I get that. For the record, perfectly fine being used. Any day of the week, in fact.
No, we're only doing this once.
Well, let's make it count then.
Okay.
Ezra. What is all this?
It's just a bunch of paperwork we need to, You don't have to worry about any of it.
For Simon?
Yeah.
Ezra, I specifically told you that I didn't want to press charges.
I know you don't want to relive it again, but I promise I will do whatever I can to make the process as smooth as it can be for you, okay? That's what we've been working on.
Jerry, I think you should go.
Mr. Williams?
It's getting pretty late, so yeah, we can continue tomorrow.
Very well. I'll see you two then.
Why can't you ever just do what I ask you to do?
It's not like you're asking me to paint the walls a specific shade of white, Tresser. You're asking me to let the man who raped you go.
It's right there in the sentence. I'm asking you to let my rapist go. If I'm okay with dropping this, I don't see how you're the only one who's having trouble with it.
Because rape doesn't just happen to the victim. As your husband, I can't let the man who did this to you go.
Are you seriously making this about you? Like, you have to realize how narcissistic and just, like, misogynistic it is for you to make my rape about what it means for your pride that another man raped your woman.
It's not about pride.
Then what is it? It can't be because you love me. Because if you love me, you would respect that I want to drop it, and you would call this whole thing off.
I can't do that.
You can't, or you won't. This isn't what I want. Like, I'm gonna resent you if you make me relive this again.
I'd rather you resent me for it than have you live with the fact that he's out there free after doing what he did to you.
I wasn't raped, Ezra. Simon and I had sex.
You're just saying that so I dropped the charges.
I'm not. I was mad at you for the whole press girlfriend situation and everything in the months leading up to that, and Simon and I were in a hotel for a job out of state, and I went for it.
Were you drinking?
I was.
Then he took advantage of you. He took advantage of the fact that you were upset and angry and under the influence. You never would have done this sober.
I have.
What do you mean you have? You've had sex with him sober.
No. But I did kiss him.
When? After you had sex? When you left during their wedding.
I swear, it didn't mean anything.
Why did you marry me?
What?
When I asked you to marry me a second time, why did you say yes if you clearly had feelings for someone else?
I don't have feelings for Simon.
Okay, I'll rephrase. Why did you go through with the wedding after you had just had your tongue down another man's throat?
Because I love you. Don't scoff like you don't believe me. Not when I stayed with you after everything that you put me through.
Tresser, you slept with someone else.
Because you left me for a fucking job.
I left because someone forced my hand. You did this to spite me.
I did it because I was upset over being abandoned. If I did it to spite you, I wouldn't have done everything I've done, trying to cover it up. Neither of us are perfect. I know we both would have done things differently if we could. But if I can forgive you for everything you've done to me the past 6 months, then you can forgive me for this. think you owe me as much.
I don't owe you shit. I want you to leave.
No.
Tresser.
No, Ezra. I'm not going anywhere.
Fine. Take the apartment.
Ezra. Ezra! We're going to make this work. I know that we can. I love you. I'm not going anywhere. Shit.
Fuck!
We're missing one.
Jasmine's still inside.
I'll get her.
Oh, you're still on here.
Yeah, he tends to fall asleep mid-chat a lot. I never have the heart to turn it off.
He really is like a middle-aged man. Huh.
If not in age, then in spirit. Yeah. So how'd your conversation with Joe go?
I don't think that's going anywhere.
No?
I just don't see her, like, being okay with Jonah and I's friendship. Or Jonah in general.
Is that a deal breaker for you?
Yeah, I think it is. That's stupid, right? Like, I actually like her, you know? And she's super hot. You've seen her.
She is very hot.
And it's not like I'm ever going to have this perfect, smooth sailing relationship that's 100% free of drama, you know? If I keep turning away relationships at every minor inconvenience, then I'm never going to, like, be with anyone. What do you think? Am I giving up too quickly?
I do agree that some relationships are worth fighting for.
Like you and Jonah.
But I also think that when something doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. If there's already a voice in your head that says you should walk away, especially this early into the relationship, then I think you should listen to it. Besides, I don't think you should be with someone who tries to control you or make you feel guilty about who you want to spend your time with. Especially after Simon. And maybe it's my bias speaking, but if you're asking me to choose between you and Joe and you and Jonah, I'm rooting for you and Jonah. Any day of the week.
Oh my god. By the way, you're going to be so proud of me for what I did today.
Yeah?
So I'm not going to go into the whole thing because it's late and I want Jonah to be awake for it, so I'll tell you both about it tomorrow. But like, Tresser and I ended up in this screaming match, and I called her out on her bullshit and she got up all in my face like she usually does. Stop it, Raven, baby. But this time, I was like, what are you going to do? Hit me?
No way.
And she was like, literally too stunned to speak. Like, she just stood there not knowing what to say. I don't think she expected me to call her out on it or anything. And I didn't tear up, my hands weren't shaking, none of that. I totally stood my ground.
That's my girl.
Noah?
I'm sorry, I let myself in.
No, it's alright. I just wasn't expecting you. Is everything okay? I've been trying to reach you all day.
Yeah, sorry, I left my phone at the house, and I couldn't go back to get it.
What happened?
I got into this big fight with Tresser, and I can't keep doing it anymore. I can't be that person for her anymore. I've been defending her for so long, but there's only so much I can defend her before I start losing myself and everything I stand for. And I feel like I don't even know who I am anymore.
Okay. It's okay, calm down. You're okay.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be here. You don't have to listen to any of this.
Don't be ridiculous, Noah. Sit down. Just because we're not together doesn't mean you can't come to me, okay? You can always come to me.
Is it okay if I spend the night here? I'll sleep on the couch. I know I shouldn't, and I understand this doesn't mean we're back together, but I just can't go back to that house. Not tonight.
Of course.
Thank you.
But I'll stick through it. Oh, I swear.